Hey guys, it's DPS Xbox Gamer here. I'm back. And first off, I do want to apologize for not making a video for the past couple of months. Oh wow, this is actually starting to become like an actual routine, unfortunately. But I'm alive, fortunately. So one, I do want to apologize for me not making the videos for the past couple of months. Reasoning for it is that I actually just recently moved into my new place. I've been here for the past couple, I'll say about 2 months or so, and more or less, basically I just haven't been able to make videos. It's just been hard. So for the past couple of months, it's basically more or less just packing, moving, all that situated. So now that I got my new place situated, I'm here to probably start making new videos again. But besides that, work, I've also been busy as well. But yeah, it's great. It's kind of great to be back. So today I'm actually trying to do a video on my PlayStation 5 collection. I just wanted to have something ready for Share Saturday, just to have something ready. So I just wanted to film it now while I have the time. So I'm just making this video a couple days early. After this video, I'm probably going to do like a room tour because my room is officially situated in my man cave, but I'll probably do that later. But I do have the time, so that's good. So yeah, let's get into my PlayStation 5 collection. I have about, I think, 12 games. 12 games, that's what it seems like, 12 games. And the first game I want to start off with was a PS5 launch title. And I would have to say this was one of my favorite PS5 games, especially for a launch title. And I'm pretty sure if you don't have a PS5, I don't understand why you don't have this game. And that is Spider-Man Miles Morales, the Ultimate Launch Edition. So it came with Spider-Man Remastered. It's kind of a glare. This was actually one of my favorite games on the PS5. Still is. Great game. It was a nice sequel. I don't know if I consider this a full-on sequel, or is this more like kind of like a standalone DLC. I personally think it's kind of like its own, I'll say like a 1.5-ish type of game. The game is great. I had no issues with it. Very fun. I do recommend if you have a PlayStation 5 or even a PS4, this is like a must buy, especially if you played the original Marvel Spider-Man. Great game. You guys will enjoy it. Oh, and one more thing, I also platinumed this game. This was actually my first PS5 platinum. So yeah, Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PS5. This next game is also a PS5 launch title. I got it with Miles Morales when the PS5 first launched. And that is Godfall. I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't really played much of it. I only have a couple hours invested into it. I do want to finish it. I just, for whatever reason, just a bunch of other things kind of took my attention away from it. But I do want to finish it. But from what I have played, Godfall is really fun. I do know they did recently release the Primal update. And from what I played, it's really good. I haven't really been too invested into the story, only because it's like one of those looter shooter / looter slasher games, and normally those stories don't tend to be all that great, or that what's that word I'm trying to figure out, or that engaging, I should say. But from what I've played, it's actually been pretty fun. If you do want Godfall, I do recommend buying it. It actually is on sale pretty regularly. Last time I checked, this game was on 40 or 50 bucks at Walmart. So yeah, Godfall. This is another PS5 launch title. I didn't get this day one, but I did get it a couple weeks after it launched. And the only reason I didn't get it day one, because I could not find a copy anywhere when the game first dropped. But I was able to secure a copy, and that is Demon Souls. Demon Souls is a very, very, very hard game. The very first time I played it on the PS3, I didn't play much of it because at the time I thought the game was just not for me. Personally, at the time I was never really into the Souls games. The game that really kind of got me into it was Bloodborne, and I love Bloodborne. Bloodborne is just an amazing game. So after Bloodborne, I was like, you know what? I can give the Souls games another chance. And Demon Souls, when it got announced as that remake, I was like, I had to buy it. I haven't played much of it, unfortunately, because again, other games is just kind of taking up my time. But so far from what I've played, it's really fun. It's definitely a must buy. Granted, the game is $70, but it's worth it. In my honest opinion, it's definitely worth the $70. But yeah, Demon Souls for the PS5. This game here, I kind of have a, not so much of the game itself. The game itself is great. But I do have a little bit of history with getting this copy. But I kind of want to show you the game, and that's Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. How can I describe it? So when this game originally launched on the PS5, the physical copy, I had the game pre-ordered, everything was set, I was gonna buy the game, everything was good. The GameStop that I originally pre-ordered at is the same GameStop that I pre-ordered my PlayStation 5 in. When I found out that the store was closing down, my pre-order kind of fell into limbo because this pre-order for my game got shifted to another GameStop. I go to that other GameStop. They said my pre-order is still falling in the store that's still canceled. Or, no, not canceled, but in the store that's closing. I go back to that store that's closing. They said that no, it's showing into the other store. So I ended up being directed by both stores to call customer care to see what they're able to do. I called customer care to see is there any way possible I can get my money on a gift card or something. And after being transferred about 4 different times, I get hung up on. Even though I have no ill will towards the 2 GameStops in particular, customer care didn't help the situation, and GameStop itself didn't help the situation. And I love the people that I go to, I talk to, and where I buy the games from that specific GameStop that my pre-order got sent to, but it just left a bad taste in my mouth, and I haven't pre-ordered a game from GameStop since. And this copy here, I didn't even get from GameStop. I ended up getting this because my wife bought it for me for Christmas, and it was an early Christmas gift. And she felt bad that I couldn't get it, so she bought it for me and gave it to me early. And she bought it from Walmart, out of all places, for the price that I originally bought it for. So I ended up getting my money back for it, but that took like a couple weeks, and that just wasn't fun. It just left a bad taste in my mouth. But besides that little rant story over now, finally, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, I absolutely love this game, especially playing with Virgil. Even though I do know people say, why buy the Special Edition when all the content you can get on the PS4? I just wanted something on the PS5, and this was the earliest you can get to playing with Virgil. And for me personally, that price that I paid for $40, it was not bad at all. It was worth the price. And for a PS5 game, it's absolutely great, especially playing with that 4K 120. No, was it 4K 120? No, not 4K 120. I think it's 4K. I think it's 1080 with the dynamic 120. But even then, still fun. Recommend it. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. This game here, I just randomly saw it in a Best Buy, and I bought it just because it was a PS5 game, and it was only $30. Nothing can go wrong with that. Only thing is, I have never heard of this game at all, and I know nothing about it. The little reviews I've seen of it reminded me of something more kind of like Journey Abzu almost. And that is Spirit of the North Enhanced Edition. Like I said, I know absolutely nothing about this game besides the 1 or 2 reviews that I've seen of it. And from what it looks like I mentioned before, like Journey and Abzu. Just like a very chill, relaxed platformer. I'm going to give this game, put some time into it eventually. Just haven't had the time to do it. And even then, just other things just caught my attention. But yeah, Spirit of the North Enhanced Edition. This game here, I originally saw the game for the PS4, the first game, and it looked interesting. It just looked like a regular arena fighter. And it's not that I'm a huge fan of arena fighters. It's mostly the anime arena fighters I'm heavily into. And even then, recently they just started to be very lackluster and not all that great. Nothing can compete to the Naruto Storm games. But when I realized that they were releasing a sequel and it had Ultraman in it, and I love Ultraman, I was in a Best Buy, saw it, I wanted it, didn't buy it. My wife bought it for me for my birthday, and that game is Override Super Mech League 2. And like I mentioned, I only wanted it because of Ultraman, and it's a 3D arena fighter. It's a pretty fun game for from what I've played. The only problem is these servers forever are non-existent for what I've seen, and that's really it. It's just like a niche arena fighter, and I personally have been enjoying it for the amount of time that I played into. And it's a really good game. It's fun, especially for the price. It's only $30. I do recommend anyone that likes those arena fighters or something, you want something quick and cheap to play, especially for the PlayStation 5. Or if you're a huge fan of Ultraman, definitely buy this game. But yeah, Override 2, Super Mech League. This game here, I didn't buy day one, but I played the beta with the demo, and the demo was really fun. When I bought the game, for whatever reason, I guess it had mixed reviews. Some people liked it, even though it was having issues with the servers, and I never got around to playing the full-on game. But I do have it. If you guys are willing to play it, and if you guys have it, just let me know. And that game is Outriders for the PS5. And like I mentioned, I bought the game I didn't buy it day one. I bought it a couple days after day one. It was like a few days. And I just haven't really gotten the time to play it because all the friends that I have that have this game have already finished it, and they don't want to make a second character for whatever reason. So I'm probably going to solo this game. May not be fun, but probably going to do it. But like I mentioned, if you guys have Outriders for the PS5 or PS4, let me know, and probably could play it together. I do know this game is also on Game Pass, and I downloaded it on Game Pass on my Xbox, and I played it again, played a little bit of it just to get past the tutorial like I did for the demo for the PS4. Well, PS5, I should say. And basically, I'm in the same situation. I just haven't really found anyone to play with. But yeah, Outriders for the PS5. And if you guys want to play with me on the Xbox and or PlayStation with Outriders, please let me know. This next game, I actually originally played this on my iPhone. This game was on, oh my god, Apple Arcade. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name. Apple Arcade. And this game was absolutely fun. So when I realized that this game was actually on consoles, I really wanted it. So I bought it, and that game is the Pathless. I recommend this game to anyone that has a PS5 or even a PS4, or if you have an iPhone with Apple Arcade. This game is fun. It's it's almost like Spirit of the North, like I mentioned earlier, is like how it's like Journey, how it has like a feel like that. It's basically just an open world, in a sense, game, and it's fun. I recommend whoever gets this game to play it, or whoever wants to play it to buy it. It's a very, very, very fun game. But yeah, the Pathless. Oh yeah, and I'm actually at the point where I have some of my sealed games, and yeah, and the Pathless is one of those sealed games. This game I actually bought because it's a traditional party game, and I played the first two games on the PS4, and it's a very, very fun game. I call this the Dark Souls of cooking games, and that game is Overcooked, the all-you-can-eat edition. Like I mentioned, playing the first two games, those games are very, very fun. Me and my wife are actually currently playing through the first game on the on the PlayStation right now, on the PS4, and she's having a blast. So when I realized that they were releasing both 1 and 2 plus all the DLC in a massive bundle for the PS5, I had to buy it. So yeah, Overcooked, all you can eat. This game is fun. I highly recommend it. This next game was a PS5 launch title. I haven't really been a huge fan of the series. The last major game I played from it was 3, and I loved it. Me personally, I was only able to play the first 3 games and the 2 side stories, and that is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Out of all the Assassin's Creed games, 2 is my personal favorite. 3, I would say, was pretty up there. Brotherhood and Revelations were astounding. But those are the only Assassin's Creed games that I played that I actually enjoyed. Everything else after that I felt was almost like a Call of Duty. It was just released every year, and I basically had no interest in playing them. But Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I heard, was a huge step up, and the game is actually pretty good. So I wanted to buy it. And believe it or not, I got this for $25 at Target. So this was a great buy, great steal. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Kind of sticking with Ubisoft. This I bought a couple days ago because Target was doing a sale for Ubisoft games where they were like half off, and the game I bought was Immortals Phoenix Rising. The main reason why I bought this game was because from what the gameplay that I've seen, it reminded me a lot of Breath of the Wild. And also, shout out to my friend Eric. I know you're watching this. He played like a good amount of it, and I've seen him playing it, and it actually caught my interest, and that's what made me see like a bunch of reviews and everything of it, and that's what made it catch my attention to it. So just have to find the time. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna play this, but yeah, it definitely caught my attention. But yeah, Immortals Phoenix Rising. Ooh, excuse me. And the last game here, when this game first came out for the PS4, I was actually very, very close to buying it day one. But the only reason why I waited because they announced a next-gen upgrade for it. So I kind of held off on it until the consoles came out. And even after the consoles came out for this specific version, it took a little bit longer compared to the Xbox Series S and X version. But when it came out for the PS5, I definitely had to buy it. And that is Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's not that I'm a huge fan of the Yakuza series, but I do like the traditional beat 'em up style of it. But once I saw that Yakuza Like a Dragon is of a turn-based RPG, for whatever reason, that actually caught my attention compared to most of the games out of the series. And and like I mentioned, that's what just caught my attention, and I really wanted to play it. And it's not like a crazy traditional RPG, like turn-based RPG. Well, it is, but there's like a different class system instead of like a traditional mage and things like that. You have like kind of like you have like a cooker, like a bouncer almost. It's just like their class system is pretty cool, and it just caught my interest, and I really wanted to play it. But yeah, Yakuza Like a Dragon. Alright guys, so those were all my PS5 games, and I'm pretty sure there are more to come. I have no idea that anything that's caught my attention that's that I'm pretty much gonna buy, with the exception of Returnal at the end of the month. I'm buying that for sure. And Resident Evil Village, which comes out next month, which I already have the collector's edition pre-ordered for, so I'm definitely excited for that. After that, Ratchet and Clank, which is in June, and that's really it. That's really just caught my attention for the PS5. But yeah guys, hope you guys like my video, my collection, and you will be seeing a lot more of me now, hopefully, with everything going on. But yeah guys, this is the PSX Gamer here, signing out, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.